When I saw Jay, I saw someone who was making some excellent points, who knew what he wanted, and he's actually now.
God, she is huge. This chick is huge. Look at her forearm. Look at her forearm from here to here compared to his from here to here. Look at the size of her. Look at the size of her head compared to his head. Her hands compared to his hands. Like, they don't even look like the same species. How was they even on a date? Like that. Whoa. And I've seen this man standing up next to women. He's normally about 6 inches, about 6 inches taller than the women he's standing next to. He's probably somewhere in the area or general vicinity of about 6 feet. And she looked like if you take off his kufi hat, it looked like she got him by about 3-4 inches. Maybe 5. They got Charles Barkley in a skirt. Let's go. All right, here we go.
When I saw Jay, I saw someone who was making some excellent points, who knew what he wanted, and he's actually now like a Giga Chad in the Manosphere world, in the Red Pill community. The brother's being mentioned.
Okay, I'm going to let it play. I don't even use the term Giga Chad, but I already know that he didn't use it correctly. You're not a Giga Chad just because you apply basic Red Pill principles at the end of the date that you should have applied at the beginning when not an hour late, when she was 5 to 10 minutes late. That's when it was time to apply those principles. So no, you don't you don't get a title. He just, he stepped into the reality that we live in. And so, yeah, but okay. All right. Come on now.
Everywhere for the way he handled that conversation. Now I'm going to ask Alicia as well, because during this conversation, Alicia.
Thank you.
We'll get that right. Mm-hmm. Okay. So Alicia, you didn't seem to really disagree with what he was saying. Now you had a definitely a different opinion before he gave you his mind, right? But you seemed very receptive to it. Can you explain to me kind of what you were thinking and how you saw him in that video?
Well, yes, I think once we had the conversation, I could see my role in the conflict.
Okay. Okay.
Let's back up a little bit. To be fair, I mean, I was always raised that the man is supposed to cater to you. I mean, you're courting me, so court me. That means wherever I want to go, you take me.
Absolutely.
Whatever I want, you buy me. That's courting,
For the record, I still think that it was a skit. I bare minimum will adjust my position to homeboy right here. He probably it's possible he wasn't in on it, but for her, it was something from the start. She already planned on doing that. So that makes it a prank bare minimum. But I don't believe that it was real. Yes, these chicks is delusional and entitled and where's Kevin Samuels when you need him? Her the way she I that'd have been a great call if she called in Kevin Samuels. So no. These chicks is crazy, but I still think it was either a skit or a prank. I ain't buying it. I ain't sold. But anyway, let's go.
Oh, I'm looking for a provider.
I was raised like we were talking about how she was raised, whereas with me, like my family, like we've passed down the name for ages, and we're a very close knit, strong family.
You passed down your first name, Jay, like your father's and father.
Yeah,
how many generations, probably?
I mean, the thing is, like, I'm from India.
Okay.
And the partition happened where like India was separated from Pakistan, and a lot of my family were on both sides of that, and we had to come back together.
So here he is in America, and
I'm pretty sure your family, wherever he said he's from, India, Pakistan, they would rather you die on the sword before you go on another date with her. They rather you would dishonor your family, bruh. They rather you fall on that sword before you even entertain this one again. Look at that hand. Look at them Chewbacca's. Them Kawhi Leonards and the claw. She got some Dr. J's. Hands are big, not just bigger than his. Okay, he's a smaller guy. Her hands is bigger than his. I know she could palm a basketball from the dribble.
Meeting a woman who's in America and she sees dating the way Americans see dating. And so I can see the clash in that.
Yeah.
You know, he's looking at you as if that's selfish. You're looking at him as if, you know, he's treating you beneath your worth,
Right.
your actual value. So
after the conversation, I could see how there was a lot of
okay.
in that exchange.
Absolutely.
I was definitely very self-centered, and I can appreciate if I do want someone to provide for me, I at least gotta be a little bit nice.
Absolutely. Okay. Here's what I want to do, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go back a bit. Can y'all tell me how y'all met? I want you to tell me how you guys met.
So
this is the interesting part. I am curious because I don't believe they just could. I don't think it's possible that they could have just met in person and just felt the vibe together. Like, no.
So I was in Midtown and
Okay, great. So now I ask you this, based on your idea of dating before.
Okay, he skipped that part. That wasn't my editing. That was his editing. This isn't the full video. So he skipped that part where they explained when he met. So we had to wait till the full video come out to see that part. Because my view on it, it had to be the case that they met online. And online, you know, you don't always ask the height. And sometimes chicks do ask the height. But there are situations where nobody asked the height and the dude got out the car and was 5'4" and the chick got out the car and was 6 foot. That's what looked like it happened. That's what it looked like actually had to happen right here. Where she saw him probably from like here up and probably just said, okay, he don't facially look bad. And he looked at her. All her pictures are probably from the neck up or bare minimum shoulders up. But in that car video was a lot of shoulder and like above the armpit fat. You can see all that Applebee's in that above the armpit fat. So I don't know if she's talking about you eat cheesecake. I mean, you don't go to the Cheesecake Factory. But all her pictures probably was from here up. He probably saw that and said, you know what, I take that over jacking off tonight. So that's probably where he was at. And that was how they swiped right on each other and linked up for a date. I refuse to believe they saw each other in person and said, yeah, I'm feeling this vibe here. Yeah, let's go out sometime. Like, hell, that ain't happened.
For your conversation with Jay, how did you grow up? Who also thinks that way? I'm sure you have friends who think that way. I've heard it a lot.
I mean, everybody.
What?
I mean, that's what he's supposed to be the provider.
Absolutely.
So, you know, and I'm a beautiful woman. So I'm expecting to be treated like royalty. I mean, come on. So that's what I was doing. Is
how do we treat him? And that's where the disconnect was.
Right.
In the video, now of course I'm sure you think of it differently now, but in the video you basically told him that, you know, you're not going in there, you know your value. It would be embarrassing for you to go inside a Cheesecake Factory. A lot of people like Cheesecake Factory.
Oh.
Now, so when I see that video, I'm thinking, okay, she must have some friends who probably would disagree with her going inside a Cheesecake Factory.
I would have never lived that down.
Wow, I ate the Cheesecake Factory.
That's some bull. That's part, and like I said, I think it was fake and staged or bare minimum a prank. But it's like I refuse to believe. Like, okay, I'll say it like this: there are some circles of friends that got it like that that are in that much of just high society to where a place like that you won't catch them in. That ain't her. That ain't her. People who grow up like that, who are raised like that, who still live like that, they have a certain amount of demeanor, decorum, and in physical fitness to them, and all kind of other stuff to where she ain't that. Now, if I had to take this seriously, which I don't, the only thing I could legitimately deduce is that it probably is somewhere along the lines of, if you go out on a date with a guy like this, you don't go to a Cheesecake Factory. This is the guy that you probably try to bamboozle into taking you to somewhere extremely expensive that you normally won't go. Like when they go dinner whoring with losers, get the loser to pay for something that you normally can't get a man, especially one that you're attracted to do. That's the bare minimum only way I could say that her circle of friends would have a issue. Like, he took you out, you was messing with him, you should have had him take you to somewhere, higher quality. But the guy that, she attracted to, that she's smashing, that work at Popeyes and ain't taking her nowhere further than Burger King, it don't matter with him. That's a bare minimum only thing I could say with that. But this whole thing, like, come on. She got Applebee's written all over her. I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it.
They wouldn't let you live that down.
No, I have an image to protect.
Y'all see why I can't take this seriously. Kevin Wisely not taking this seriously either. I'm so sorry if I'm getting this brother. This is actually a cool brother. Check out his channel. But I'm sorry if I'm getting his name wrong. I've seen some of his work. But
wow.
He ain't buying it. He ain't buying it.
Does not do that. Why? I mean, as a Black woman, I have an image to protect.
Wow.
Does not do that. Why? I mean, as a Black woman,
I keep missing it because I'm laughing.
Wow.
Does not do that. Why? I mean, as a Black woman, I'm gonna go there. I mean, as a Black woman, we're really tired of having to settle. We want to be treated well.
Mm-hmm.
We want that soft life. So
okay, see, again, this is why I think this stuff is fake. When she's pulling out all the talking points, all the trending stuff, she started hitting with some, because we don't want to settle. We want that soft life, or we're going to start decentering men and like come on, when they start making these, when they go viral with these supposedly candid videos riddled with talking point after talking point after talking point, I know that it's fake. All right, I still think this is an act.
That's what I thought I was going after. However, what I understand is a part of having a soft life is being cooperative,
being soft,
not being combative.
You're
right?
Actually being soft.
Right.
Being receptive, being sweet,
absolutely,
being pleasant. Right. Because we do understand the value of resources, but it can't be just something for a lifestyle. Resources, a man's resources is not just for a woman's experiences and traveling, and the lifestyle they'll live when married is for providing for the family and the children. And that's why she should seek a man and, respect his resources, or prioritize his resources, not just for what it can do for her. Right. And so when you were in the beginning,
method, that's the reason why women should seek a man with resources, not for her to get Birkin bags, but for the reasons that he just gave right there. So good stuff right there. We don't close it right there. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we out of here. Peace. We gone.